Words are made to be read.
They're very colorful, right?
But these poets give them voice.
Poetry of setting free subconscious scenery. Certainly, he spits fire.
This week, meet poets and spoken word artists with witty and captivating wordplay.
My mother would never let her children out with an empty stomach.
One in the building.
On the move, changing perceptions, pushing limits. Today's Africa is not framed by the past. A new generation is stepping up, embracing tradition while blazing a new path. Giving voice to unique style, connected in ways others before were not. This is where the urban poles meet creativity and a new culture thrives. This is African Voices.
I have a saying where I say art is the heart of the nation. That's what poetry is, and people are probably either speaking poetically or reading poetry on a daily basis, almost without even knowing it. My name is Kadija Sesay, and I'm a poet in the Gambia. My Africa is female, my Africa is playful, my Africa is the future. My African roots are Sierra Leonean. Both my parents are from Sierra Leone, so I've got immediate family still in Sierra Leone and extended family in Gambia. I've got a house here, and I have some more land that I actually want to build like a centre on to work with young people and artists. And I just love being here and them feeding me with their spirit and their smiles and their energy and mine as well. Well, I brought you to Serekunda Market because it's like the biggest market town in Gambia. You can just get lost here really easily because of the colour, the vibrancy, the people. It's a lovely place to come and buy textiles, your lace, your damask to really dress up. So it's just a really lovely place to be. And so inspiring for writers and any artist, in fact. You just come here, even like for half a day. I could write half a book of poems because they're just different aspects of what the country is like and what the culture is like, and I just love it.
The main body of Kadija's work has involved editing anthologies by writers of the African diaspora, but she published her first full collection of poems titled Urki in 2013, several of which were inspired by the colour and vitality of Gambian life.
I reflect a lot of Gambian culture in my poetry. The lyrical nature of the language of Gambia, I just love it. We turned to the main road and prepared for the revelation where everyday poster colours as vibrant as Dutch wax explodes colour to take on a guise. I think Gambian culture is quite deep in its tradition, but I've also noticed just how modern it's becoming as well, and it's mixing that modern and the traditional. It totally fascinates me. I love museums, and this is the National Museum of Gambia. It's got a lot of the history and culture of Gambia here, both pre-colonial, post-colonial. It's a great place for research, and there's a lot of things to learn here. All of that is so rich, and I think it's a bit hidden because people always see Gambia as such a lovely sun, sea and sand country, which it is. This is just a great place to be because you can go away once you have amassed all that wonderful information. There's lovely little quiet spots to actually go away and write.
Kadija also makes regular visits to the local bookshop to help inform her writing further.
Timbuktu is no ordinary bookshop. It's a purpose-built bookshop in a very accessible area of Gambia. You can get African authors, all the African authors that are very popular and classic, local Gambian authors here who write in English and in mother tongue. And they sell African authors of the diaspora, a bit like myself.
The Gambia's annual Mboka Festival of Arts is helping to develop local writers by showcasing them on the international stage. And Kadija is one of the event organizers.
I'm
setting up for the first event of the Literary Festival as part of the Mboka Festival of Arts, Culture and Sport.
Of course, I am an African warrior.
We're going to be reading together, we'll take a break, we'll break bread together, and then we'll come together again and hear some more readings. So it's just such an exciting beginning. This is an exciting beginning to the festival. So it's just really nice to kind of meet new faces, and some of the first faces I met were some of the Young Writers Association of Gambia. So I was really pleased to meet them. I think the Gambian literacy scene is getting stronger, because I remember reading in an academic book a few years ago that there isn't really a Gambian literary scene to speak of, and that so angered me. I had to write a review on that and just really point out, look, there are writers around, and here are some names. And I had a colleague of mine who was doing a Fulbright fellowship, and she wrote a piece for my magazine just on Gambian women writers. So that's why having an international literary festival, really then people start looking and recognizing that this is the place to be.
Following the success of her third literary festival at Mboka, Kadija continues to be a dynamic leader in the Gambia's poetry scene.
What I hope to achieve in the future in terms of the Gambian literature scene is to really look at seeing how we can work towards gaining it to be a UNESCO City of Literature. But right at the core of that, I do want to focus languages, because I do want to try and capture very well-known African writers and have their works translated into Gambian languages. I think it will put Gambia on such a strong pedestal culturally and show people another aspect that they never even thought of. It's going to be totally amazing, and I think really strengthen another industry of the Gambia, another cultural side of the Gambia.